Maintaining a healthy sex life in the golden years. They say love has no age, but did you know? Neither does a healthy sex life. At 60, 70, or even 80 years old, many people assume that intimacy, affection, or physical closeness is a thing of the past. But the truth is, the need to feel loved, touched, and emotionally connected never really goes away. It simply evolves with time, with circumstances, and with how we choose to show up for ourselves and our partners. Studies show that maintaining a healthy sex life in older adulthood isn't just about pleasure. It's about health. It can improve heart function, boost immunity, enhance sleep quality, reduce stress, and strengthen emotional bonds between partners. That's why some experts call it nature's anti-aging medicine, completely free and deeply human. You might be thinking, at my age, is this still necessary? The answer is yes, if it helps you feel alive, joyful, and more connected with the person you love. In today's video, we'll explore why sex still matters in the golden years, common challenges older adults face, and practical, compassionate ways to nurture intimacy and emotional closeness as we age. But before we dive in, I have a quick question for you. If you also believe that sex still plays an important role in later life, drop a yes in the comments, or share what's on your mind right now, whether it's a question, a belief, or a personal thought. Remember, talking about sex isn't shameful. Staying silent is what steals our most beautiful, fulfilling years. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on health, wisdom, and joyful aging right here in the US. Why sex still matters in your later years. Sex isn't just physical. It's a language of closeness, connection, and feeling truly alive. As we enter our golden years, many assume that sex is no longer relevant. But the truth is, a healthy sex life still plays a powerful role in the overall quality of life and emotional well-being for older adults. 1. It boosts physical health. Did you know that a warm hug or a loving touch can trigger the release of oxytocin, also known as the happiness hormone? Regular, age-appropriate sexual activity can lower blood pressure, improve circulation, strengthen immunity, enhance deeper sleep. For older adults, these are key factors to maintaining long-term health and reducing dependence on medications. 2. It reduces loneliness and depression. Aging can come with loss of a partner, friends, or social roles. But physical intimacy, even something as simple as holding hands, cuddling, or being close, can restore feelings of connection, care, and belonging. Sex isn't just about performance. It's about love, comfort, and being fully present with someone. 3. It keeps your spirit young. When you feel desired, attractive, and loved, you're telling your body and soul, I'm still here. I'm still worthy. This positive self-perception isn't just empowering. It helps slow down emotional aging and keeps your zest for life alive. So don't let age be the reason you hold back from intimacy. Whether you're in a relationship or flying solo, you deserve to experience affection in a safe, natural, and heartfelt way. If you used to believe sex wasn't for older adults, but today you're starting to rethink that, drop the word open in the comments below, or share a belief you once held that you're ready to let go of. Next up, we'll talk about the real challenges older adults face in their sex lives and how to move through them with grace and confidence. Common challenges older adults face in their sex lives. Sex doesn't disappear with age. It simply needs to be reimagined with gentleness, respect, and understanding. Even though sexual desire often remains in later life, maintaining intimacy and a fulfilling sex life can become more difficult. Physical, emotional, medical, and social factors can all play a role in shaping how older adults experience connection and affection. 1. Physical changes and health conditions. Aging naturally brings changes to the body. In men, decreasing testosterone levels can lead to lower libido or erectile dysfunction. In women, hormonal shifts after menopause can cause vaginal dryness, thinning tissues, and discomfort during sex. Chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease, which are common among older adults, can also affect sexual function. On top of that, many medications prescribed for these conditions have side effects such as decreased libido or difficulty achieving orgasm. 2. Emotional and psychological impacts. Sex is more than physical. It's deeply emotional. Feelings of insecurity about one's body, anxiety about performance, or simply not feeling attractive anymore can lead people to avoid intimacy. Grief from losing a partner or past emotional trauma can also create inner conflicts about starting new relationships. Even when the desire for closeness is still present, emotional barriers may hold someone back. Mental health challenges like depression, loneliness, and anxiety, which are increasingly common in older adults, can further reduce interest in sex and make emotional connection harder. 3. Breakdowns in communication. Many long-term couples fall into silent patterns around their sex lives. They avoid talking about desires, afraid to offend each other, or unsure how to start the conversation. This silence can create distance, misunderstandings, and emotional disconnection. Cultural norms and personal upbringing can also create shame around discussing sexuality. Many older adults have never felt comfortable talking to doctors about sexual health, so they don't. And without encouragement, the topic stays buried. 4. Social stigma and outdated beliefs. One of the biggest barriers is the widespread belief that sex is only for the young. When society treats senior sexuality as taboo or irrelevant, older adults may start to internalize that message, feeling abnormal for still wanting intimacy. The lack of positive representation of older adults in media only deepens this isolation, leading many to suppress their very natural, very human need for affection. But here's the good news. Every challenge can be overcome, starting with awareness and honest conversation. Recognizing these issues isn't about fear or shame. It's about taking the first step toward building a loving, age-appropriate, and deeply fulfilling sex life in the golden years. Practical tips to maintain a healthy sex life in your later years. Intimacy isn't something we lose with age. It's something we can nurture with tenderness, understanding, and patience. Maintaining a healthy sex life as you grow older doesn't mean doing everything the way you did in your younger years. In fact, this chapter of life is an opportunity to explore a new kind of love, deeper, gentler, and more emotionally fulfilling. Here are practical, real-world tips to help you do just that. 1. Start with communication. You can't have real intimacy without understanding. Talk to your partner about your feelings, desires, and any concerns you may have. It's okay to say, "I feel unsure about my body these days," or "I miss our closeness, and I'd love to feel that again." Honest conversations open the door to connection. Sometimes, a simple and heartfelt talk can breathe life back into a quiet relationship. 2. Take care of your whole body health. A healthy sex life starts with a healthy body. Keep a balanced diet. Engage in light physical activity like walking, yoga, or Tai Chi. Get enough sleep. Cut back on alcohol, and avoid smoking. These all impact your sexual wellness. If you're on medications or have chronic conditions, speak openly with your doctor about how they may be affecting your sex life. There may be adjustments or helpful options you haven't considered. 3. Redefine what sex means. Many people think sex only means intercourse, but it's much broader, especially as we age. Sexuality can be a lingering hug, a gentle caress, simply lying close and sharing feelings. When you stop focusing on performance, intimacy becomes more meaningful and rewarding. 4. Seek professional support when needed. There's no shame in reaching out to a doctor, therapist, or sex counselor. They can help with issues like erectile dysfunction, pain during sex, grief after loss, or even deeper emotional concerns. Choose someone you trust and feel safe with, because your sexual well-being is part of your overall health. 5. Nurture, love, every day. Sex isn't the goal. It's the result of love, care, and mutual respect. A warm glance, a kind compliment, a gentle touch. These simple things can be the sweetest beginning to deeper intimacy. When love is nurtured daily, sex comes naturally, without pressure and with joy. At any age, you can love. You can be close. In your own way, in your own rhythm, and with all the sincerity your heart holds. And that's what makes intimacy in later life so profoundly beautiful. Breaking the stigma. Sexuality in later life isn't taboo. The world might tell you you're too old for love, but your heart never asked for your age. For generations, sexuality in older age has been a taboo topic, something swept under the rug, seen as inappropriate, or even mocked. Rarely do we see affectionate, romantic older adults portrayed in books, movies, or mainstream media. Instead, we're bombarded with images of youthful, energetic bodies, making many older adults quietly believe that sex is no longer meant for them. But this is a deeply harmful myth, not just because it causes shame and isolation, but because it robs people of their right to love and be loved in one of life's most meaningful chapters. 1. Sex has no expiration date. Let's start with a simple truth. Sexuality isn't about age. It's about being human. Yes, it changes over time, but the desire for closeness, affection, and emotional connection never disappears. In fact, as we move through life's ups and downs, love often deepens, and intimacy, in turn, becomes more profound. Wanting to be kissed, held, or simply feel attractive at 70 or 80 years old is not strange. It's natural. It's human. It's a sign that you're alive and still capable of joy, passion, and connection. 2. Why stigma is so damaging. When older adults are constantly told, explicitly or implicitly, that they're not supposed to have sexual thoughts or desires, they begin to internalize shame. Many become afraid to talk to their partner about intimacy. Others stay silent with their doctor, even when struggling with painful symptoms or dysfunction. Slowly, they accept isolation as an inevitable part of aging. In some cases, people are even judged by family or society for wanting to love again after losing a partner, as if seeking happiness is something to be ashamed of. This isn't just sad, it's harmful, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. 3. We need better stories in media and culture. Society needs more positive representations of sex and love in later life. Films that portray tenderness and romance between older couples. Real-life stories of people finding love again after 60s. Public health campaigns that reinforce sexuality is part of whole-person health. The more we normalize intimacy and aging, the more we empower older adults to embrace it, without shame, fear, or silence. 4. This is everyone's responsibility, including yours. Breaking the stigma isn't just the job of doctors, journalists, or filmmakers. It belongs to all of us, especially those living in this phase of life. Speak up about your needs to your partner, your friends, your doctor. Share your positive experiences. You never know who you might inspire. Push back when you hear someone mock or dismiss older adults' emotional or sexual lives. Silence is the real enemy. When older adults speak out, the world listens. Love doesn't fade with time. It slows down, softens, and deepens. So let's make these golden years a time of full living, physically, emotionally, and intimately. Video closing. Loving in later life is something to be proud of. Love doesn't end as we age. It simply transforms, becoming quieter, gentler, and deeper. We've just taken a journey together, one of reflection, understanding, and rediscovery. A journey that reminds us that aging doesn't mean giving up on intimacy. It means redefining it with more care and honesty than ever before. Here's what we've learned. A healthy sex life still matters in later years, not just for your body, but for your spirit and your connection with others. The challenges are real, but so are the solutions. With the right support, they're absolutely manageable. And above all, you still deserve love, closeness, and joy at any age. If something in this video spoke to your heart, let it move you to act. Have that open conversation with your partner. Book an appointment with your doctor if you've been holding back questions. Share this message with someone you care about, because we all deserve to live fully. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more thoughtful, compassionate content about health, wisdom, and quality of life for older adults here in the U.S. We are never too old to love. As long as your heart is open, happiness is still waiting. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next chapter of your journey.